Describe your style and philosophy on directing.
My style is simple. I pretty much interact with the actors. I tell the actors, make the movie yours, because without you, there is no movie. So my style is pretty much just straight to the point, a lot of interaction, and I like to keep the peace on set.
When did you know you were meant to direct?
Well, that started as a kid. We didn't have, the cable and, the luxurious TV that we have now. All we had was like the VCRs. So at my house, we had tons of movies. So I was pretty much a movie buff. At 12 years old, I didn't realize that, I wanted to be a filmmaker until I saw, I think it was Unicorn. I know it's weird, but after seeing that movie, it was like, bam. I would love to do that or just be a part of that process. And I was like 13 at the time.
Have you any education or formal training?
My education, yeah, I went to a local college, and my intention was to go for film classes, but I took some business classes also, so at least I can do a business deal if ever needed, for film or whatever. So yeah, and also I want to give a shout out to the LA Film School, because that's why I'm here in California. Without them, they really put me on the right track to being a filmmaker.
Do you make a living directing?
At the present time, I'm just off and on, doing off and on jobs. I get a job here and there, a music video, maybe a small commercial or editing job, it's not the kind of money that most of us dream of, but it pays the bills.
Commercial success. Are there any pieces you're proud of or awards you want to talk about?
Wow. I have a couple. And this happened back home. It was an event called the Alabama Sidewalk Film Festival. And what happened was, I was with this crew and we had all these great actors, and we shot for 3 days non-stop, at least 18 hours per day. And during the editing process, the editor lost the tapes. So we're 2 days before the deadline to turn in our project. So as a director, I had to step in and say, hey, look, it's not over yet. Let's come up with something else. I sat down, came up with a concept, and the only thing to do was to make a movie about a careless editor that loses the tape. So we made a movie about that, and we entered it in the film festival, and I won Best Director, and we also won another award for the most creative project. And they had us come up and we talked about it, and I explained what happened, and we got a standing applause just for our courage and the ability to still make it happen, even without any resources, because we was done. Everybody was crushed, but we still made it work. And that's what I think it takes to be a successful director. You got to get it done no matter what.
What's your dream directing job or fantasy spot, and what well-known directors do you consider aspirations?
Wow, man. One guy, well, it's like 2 or 3 that I really, really admire. And it's Larry David, John Singleton, Woody Allen. Those are some great directors that I really admire. Not because they direct, it's pretty much because of their tenacity. They get it done, no matter what. And I love that about them. And Larry David, I think he's like a writing genius. And if I ever get a chance to work with him, I think that would be the dream job for me.
If you had complete control, what would you be doing as far as creative and budget and time and script go?
Well, right now I have 5 scripts. I have a drama, I have a chick flick, I have 3 comedies. And if the budget was right, that's what I would be doing right now. I probably wouldn't even be standing here in front of you guys right now. I would be somewhere in a room discussing the script, preparing to shoot the script. That's what I would be doing right now. You know, it gets no better than having the budget to bring your scripts to fruition. It's nothing like it. That's what I would be doing right now.
Who or what inspires you?
Wow. Well, I would have to say my family, even though I wish we was much closer. You know, I'm kind of like a loner. I'm here in California by myself. All my family is back down south. So, you know, they inspire me, you know, and directors that don't have budgets, but they still get their movie made. That right there really inspires me.
What do you believe makes a great commercial director, and why are you a great commercial director?
To be a great director, I think it takes tenacity. It takes you have to have, you know, you got to be able to take a lot of stuff, you know, like a lot of bad things are gonna come at you. Like you're gonna hear a lot of no's, and I think to be a great director, you have to be able to go above all of that, you know, and still get your project done. And that's why I admire a lot of directors, you know, that's out here, because a lot of guys and women too, you know, they don't really have the big budgets, but I can guarantee some of their movies can compete with some of the bigger budgets out there. And I really admire that, and you know, I really think that's what it takes to be a great director. You have to be able to withstand all the pitfalls, because they're out here. I've seen them, and I know they have too.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, I plan to be in a big giant office talking to actors saying, okay, we're shooting next week. You know, that's me in 5 years. I know for a fact, I know it in my heart, you know, if given the opportunity, I will come through, you know, and that's where I see myself, you know, just you know, I'm on the next big feature film, you know, I'm editing, I'm directing, you know, I can just see myself. It's so clear. I'm in my big studio. My office is right here, you know, and bam, you know, I can see myself as if it's almost like I'm sitting there right now. I see it. And that's why I see myself in 5 years in my big office shooting my next film.
Are you competitive?
Oh man, I'm very competitive. You know, I love competition. I welcome competition, you know, and I don't run from competition. You know, if it's something to compete with or about, you know, I'm down with it. You know, just if it's an even playing field, you know, I'm all for it. I love competition, and you know, I'm not a sore loser. If you beat me, I will shake your hand and congratulate you, because you know, you can't win them all, but I definitely try to win them all.
What unique elements would you bring to the show?
I'm very unique. You know, there's nobody like me I could think of. I feel like, you know, I could bring so much to the table, far as just my tenacity and you know, just my will to get the project done, or whatever assignment I have. I just have that drive, and I haven't met anybody like me yet. You know, not saying that it's not people out there that's better than me. You know, I totally understand, but me, I feel like, you know, I got a great personality. You know, I know when to smile, and you know, I'm drama free, and you know, I just make it happen. And you know, I really feel like that, you know, if given the opportunity and to show what I'm about, that, you know, the world will love what I have to offer. Thank you for stopping by, and hopefully I'll see you soon.